In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the starter on your Kia Sorento. Located under the hood, let's get started. Moving over to the left front side of the vehicle, we're going to be removing these two clips. And for that, I have a small pry bar or pry tool. And we're going to be prying on this. Sliding it off. Do the same on this side. Grab the piece of the intake and slide it out. Moving to the positive terminal, we're gonna open this tab and we're gonna be removing the terminal using a 10mm socket. Just get it loose, do not take it completely off. Once that's loose, you can simply wiggle the terminal out and move it out of the way. It helps if you close this so you can tuck it in. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to remove the negative terminal right here. Loosen it up. Do not take it completely off. Just get it loose. Wiggle the terminal and get it off. Now that we have the terminals off the battery, using a 12mm socket and an extension, we're going to remove the tie down. Once you have it loose, grab it and take it out of the way. And now we can grab the battery, take it out. Next up, we're going to be removing this part on the intake using a 10mm socket. Go ahead and loosen this clamp. Do not take it off completely. Using a set of needle nose pliers, we're going to go ahead and move both of these clamps so we can slide the hose off. So give it a squeeze. And now using a pry bar, we're going to go ahead and slide them off. Using a 10mm socket and a small extension, we're going to go ahead and loosen the clamp that holds the pipe on this side. Like I said, just loosen it, do not take it off completely. Now that we have both clamps loosened and these hoses off, we can go ahead and grab it over here and slide it out. Give it a little wiggle. Slide it up and take it out of the way. Next up, we're going to go ahead and unbolt the throttle body from the manifold. But before we do so, we're going to go ahead and unplug it first. We're going to locate the connector right over here. We're going to squeeze on the tabs and pull it out. Just like that. And now using a 10mm socket and a small extension, we're going to go ahead and remove the 4 bolts that hold it in place. And now that we have the bolts off of the throttle body, we're going to go ahead and pick it up and just move it to the side. There's going to be some coolant lines attached to it. We don't have to worry about those right now. Next up, we're going to go ahead and loosen the bracket that holds these 2 lines right here. And for that, it's going to be this bolt located right over here. It is going to be a 10mm bolt. Go ahead and take that out. Here's the bolt. Using a 14mm wrench, we're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt right over here. So go ahead and take it out. Using a 10mm socket and an extension, we're gonna go ahead and remove this one 10mm bolt that's located right here. Go ahead and take that out. That's gonna give us a little bit more room to get to the starter bolts. If you have a hard time getting to the bolt, go ahead and use a magnet. Now we can go ahead and twist the bolt off. And take it out. Using a 14mm wrench, we're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt located right over here. Go ahead and break it loose. And now remove the bolt. And here's the bolt. Moving on to the vehicle, we're gonna go ahead and remove this 12mm bolt that holds this bracket for the lines. Go ahead and take it off. And now we're gonna be able to move the lines to the side and get to our starter. Now we can go ahead and grab the starter and flip it around so we can get to the connections. Go ahead and grab onto the harness. And we're going to be very careful not to break anything. Go ahead and flip it over. And now we can see our electrical connections. We're gonna go ahead and unplug those. We're gonna start with the signal wire for the starter. Go ahead and squeeze on the tab and slide it out. Just like that. Next up, we're gonna remove the power wire that's connected to the starter. For that, we're gonna flip this little grommet. Using a 12mm socket, we're gonna go ahead and remove that nut. Take the nut out. And now that we have the nut off, go ahead and move the power wire away from the starter. And now go ahead and slide your starter out of the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and slide the starter the same way it came out. Go ahead and flip it so you can get access to where the power wire attaches to the starter. Go ahead and line up the power wire with the stud. And now install the nut. Go ahead and start the nut by hand. Now we're gonna go ahead and get it snug. Now we're gonna go ahead and torque down that nut to 9 foot-pounds. Now that we're done torquing our nut, we're gonna go ahead and plug in our signal for the starter. Go ahead and line it up with the connector, push it in, make sure that you get a click, and just give it a light tug to make sure that it is in place. Now we can go ahead and slide it in place the same way that it came out. Now that we have it aligned, we're gonna go ahead and install the bolts. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the 12mm bolt that holds this bracket in place. Go ahead and line up the hole and start the bolt by hand. Go ahead and get it snug. Now we can go ahead and install the bottom bolt for the starter. Go ahead and feed it through the hole. And I'm gonna be holding on to the starter on this side to help it align with the bolt. Go ahead and start the bolt by hand. Once you start it by hand, you wanna go ahead and get the bolt as far as you can. And we're gonna tighten it from the top. Now that we have the lower bolt on the starter on, we're gonna go ahead and install the top bolt. Go ahead and slide it in. We're gonna go ahead and line it up with the hole. And now we're gonna start it by hand as far as we can get it. Now we're gonna go ahead and snug up the bottom bolt. Do not tighten all the way yet. We're gonna do the same on the top bolt. Put the top ones by hand. The torque spec for these bolts is 47 foot-pounds. In this case, I cannot fit a torque wrench in there. If you can fit a torque wrench, go ahead and torque it to the specification. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the 10mm bolt that holds the bracket in place. If you have issues lining it up or lowering the bolt, go ahead and use a magnet. Slide it in. Now you can grab the bolt and start it by hand. Once you have a couple threads, go ahead and snug it up. And now we're gonna install the 10mm bolts that goes right here. Go ahead and line up the holes and install the bolt. Go ahead and get it snug. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the throttle body. We wanna go ahead and take a look at the rubber gasket. If it looks damaged, go ahead and replace it. In this case, we're gonna reuse it. Go ahead and line up the holes with the throttle body. And we're gonna install the bolts by hand. Starting with the top ones. Line it up. And do the same on the bottom ones. Now we're gonna go ahead and just bottom them out. When you do this, you wanna make sure you go on a star pattern to apply even force all around. Just go ahead and get them snug. And next, we're gonna go ahead and torque them down. And now we're gonna torque them to 9 foot-pounds. When you do this, try to go on a star pattern. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and plug in our throttle body. Line up the connector. Make sure when you do this that you hear a click. And I just give it a light tug to make sure that it's in place. Now we can go ahead and install the pipe that connects to the throttle body. Start at the throttle body. Connect it to the engine filter box. And do the same on the throttle body. We're gonna go ahead and snug up both clamps. Do not over tighten this. This is just plastic, so go ahead and get it snug. We're gonna do the same on the bottom one. Now we can go ahead and reinstall the hoses that connect to the pipe. Slide it in. If you have issues sliding this in place, go ahead and put some silicone. It'll help. Make sure that you bottomed out. Using the same tool that we used to remove them, go ahead and install the clamp back on. Do the same on this side. With the terminals facing the back of the battery, we're gonna slide it in place and move the terminals around. Now we're ready to install the battery tie down. Line it up with the hole and start the bolt by hand. Just like that. Snug it up. Now we're ready to move on to the positive terminal, and for that, we're gonna open it. We're gonna slide it over the terminal. Snug it down. Close your terminal. Reinstall the negative terminal. Line it up. Push it down. And using a 10mm socket, we're gonna snug it down. Now that both terminals are installed, we're gonna go ahead and reinstall our intake pipe. Line it up with the holes. And reinstall your clips.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.